Okay, these are the two methods I was talking about. The first one is completely making your walls across the full floor plan, right? And the other one is by making them and stopping at each of your window segments. All right. So first of all, let me change the picture, the color of the walls. I don't like the green color it is. Let's see if we can change it. Oh, it's fine. No, I don't want that. Let's see. 41. Okay. I think this is better. This is better. Okay. So once we've done that, okay, let's now go ahead, polyline. And instead of me selecting them one by one, because it will be kind of difficult to select them one by one like this, right? I'll just right click and then select similar. It will select everything like that. And then let's move. So I'm moving it to one side here like this. Okay. So I'm having it like this. So this is the first design of our wall, and this is the way the other one is going to look like. All right. Okay. Now, to make our work easier for us, you know, we don't want us to be taking it to 3D version, bringing it back to the 2D aspect, doing that all the time. What you just need to do is now come here like this. Let's come here. You see this sign on top, this minus sign here. Click on it, and then you come to viewport configuration. All right, and then you can make it two vertical. Let's use two vertical. So it will split your screen into two, right? But it does not affect anything. Anything you are doing here, you see as I'm touching it here, is affecting it here. Anything I'm doing here is affecting it here. So we are still doing the same thing. All right. Okay. So now let's come here now. And this one here, let's change it to isometric view. Let's use so this one will be like this. And here will remain as our plan. So anything we are adjusting here, it will be easier for us to adjust here and bring and adjust here also. So what is left for us to learn is to change this now to realistic. All right, because you should leave it in 2D. Okay, let's leave it in 2D wireframe and see first and see how it is going to look like. Then we need to start working with our 3D with our 3D interface. All right, so what we have to do is to come here and change it to either 3D basic or modeling, but I'll be going with 3D modeling. All right, so this is what we are having right now. This is what we are having. So now let's see the differences between the two. All right, let's see the differences between the two. Okay, so now let's select it and then select similar. Okay, and then let's extrude. Still the same thing with a distance height of 3000. All right, 3000. Okay, this is what we are having since it is in 2D wireframe. Okay, now if you come here and select different, we have conceptual, we have hidden, we have realistic, and the rest like that. But I'll be leaving it in realistic so it will be easier for us to work with. All right. Okay, so this is what we are having, realistic. Okay, now this is the differences between the two. Now do you not see that when we extruded it now, it's filling up the cavity in between, unlike when we extruded it in this manner here like this. We are having this. I'm coming. Let's see, polyline. Okay, come, let me exclude this out. I just want to show you the differences between the two walls we extruded. All right. Okay, now let's extrude this also and see. Oh my god, that's gone. Okay, let me reselect it. Okay, let's extrude it with a height of 3000. Okay, now look at something now. Do you now see the cavity in between the walls? Can you see that there's a kind of cavity? It's not closing. Do you now see that? So now that's why it's advisable to use polyline to draw your walls around it. So everything will extrude completely as a full wall, as a full block work, right? Okay, so that's just that. Let's continue without wasting much time. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start bringing in our windows. Okay, now the first method of doing that is, now let's come here. Let's come here. Come here. Okay, is our layer still under 3D wall? Okay, so now let's go ahead, and then what we now do now, we need to get the spaces for our windows, right? Our window spacing and everything. What we need to do now is, we need to, since our windows are rectangular in shape, we need to draw. Let's start with our toilet windows. We need to draw, we need to draw a boundary around it, so it will be easier for us to use. What's this? I'm coming, please. Okay, let's just go ahead and draw the boundary. But first of all, let's deal with our toilet windows first. Let's deal with our toilet windows. All right. Okay. Let's do the same thing for here. And I think we are having another toilet window here. Okay. This is it. Okay. So now let's select it. Let's select the three of them. So instead of me going back up to select the remaining two, I'll just right click and then select similar. You select the same thing as what I've just done now. So now let's move it. Let's move it from here. As we are doing it here, is replicating it here, right? It's indicating it here. So now let's go ahead. You see that as I'm bringing it now, it's showing here on the other side. Let's go ahead and fix it. No, sorry. I think it was this point I carried this from. All right. Okay. So now our wall is our window is fixed there, but it's left for us to indicate it. See, look at it. It's here now. It's here, which is this. So now what you just need to do now is to select it again and then select similar. I'm trying to do the three simultaneously like that, so it will not affect, it will not delay me and take my time too much. Okay, so now let's come here now. And then what you have to do, our window size is as for toilet window, right? Is 600. All right. Okay, so let's just extrude it upwards with a measurement of 600. Okay, it is there like that now. So let's come back here. It's now a 3D object. So the select similar option cannot work for it anymore. If you select the whole 3D object, for example, look at this. It will be selecting everything. Since it's now a 3D object, not a single line anymore. So it's better for us to just take it like this, come back here and highlight this too also. All right. Okay. Now the next thing for us to do is to move it up with the height, right? And we said when we are doing our 2D aspect that the height of your windows and doors are always starting from the same level, right? Which is the level of the 2100. All right. So now, and our window is taking up a measurement of 600 starting from the 2100. So now if we should say 2100 minus 600, we're having 1500 left, right? So now we'll be moving this window high. We'll be moving it up with a height of 1500. Let's move it and see what we are having. 1500. Okay, now we're having our window there now, right? Which is this. Do you see it now? It's now high up here. All right. So now for us to now get our window correct, now what we now have to do is to subtract. We'll subtract the window from the wall. All right. So for us to do that, we'll now say subtract. SU for subtract, enter. select the wall first, then enter. Now come here and select your window. Yeah, this window, enter. Do you see that? We are now having the cavity for our window. Same thing for here also, do the same thing here. Just the same concept. Select the wall, enter. Now go ahead and select the two windows. No matter how many the windows are, you can select everything at the same time and subtract them at the same time. So we are having our cavity here also, right? Okay. Now let me just pause the video and do the rest of the windows, because we still need to learn this also. So without making the video too long, so I'll just pause it and go ahead and finish up the rest of the window, but just the same concept as what we did now for the toilet windows. All right. Okay.